Hello students, this is the first part of chapter number 3, Reproduction in Animals. Let's see. Reproduction in animals. Animals can live happily all their lives, growing, eating and moving around, but if they don't produce more of their own kind, they will have nobody to represent them in the future. Therefore, in order to continue their race, animals produce young ones. The process by which living things produce their offspring is known as reproduction. Life would not have existed on the earth if living beings did not reproduce. Animals can be grouped into those that give birth to their offspring and those that lay eggs that eventually hatch into offspring. For example, human beings, cows, buffaloes, cats, etc. give birth to their young ones. Birds, fish, frogs, hens, etc. lay eggs out of which the young ones hatch. Pitribida layriba animals sing asi sa sing asi makoina yamna nungaina lay chattana sadana aduga sanadana growing chaukalakhtana or atoppa mayam ama laikhre masida nataba makoi sing asi makoina makoigi race makoigi jat adugumba si makatana makoina masa polaktrabagadi pitribi sida amung hanna makoi si uba pangoidoribani future da amung hanna uba pangaroi aduna makoigi race si mangdana bagidamakta makoina makoigi young ones haibadi makoina macha pokpa haibasi yamna maru oi aduna makoigi offspring macha pokpa si makoigi race si mangdana bagidamakta adugumba process adubu science ki term gi matungina reproduction haina khangnai. Reproduction si karigumba tauramdragadi reproduction lairamdragadi pitribi asida madugumba makalgi saadu amuhanna uba phangoidoribani. Animal si ekoina makal ani thok payai makoigi offspring pibagi matungina offspring si macha pokpa si bird oina macha oina poagadi adugumba makalgi animal ama laire example oina hairabada human being, cows, buffaloes, cats masigumba animals sing asi macha oina poi aduga atoppa makalgi animals asina ahanbada marum oina kokani aduga marumdagi makoigi macha si olkadoribani aduguma makalgi example na birds, fish, frogs, hens asina sing asina makoi sing asina ahambada marum ko ani aduga marumdagi amuk makoina macha olakadoribani. Let's see the next topic. Animals that give birth to offspring. Animals that give birth to their young ones are called mammals. Human beings, cows and sheep are some of the mammals. Examples of mammals also include bat and aquatic animals like whales, dolphins and seals. Some exceptions in mammals are duck-billed platypus and spiny anteater, which do not give birth to their young ones. Instead, they lay eggs from which their young ones come out. Young ones oina macha oina pokpa adugumba makalgi animals sibu ekoina mammals haina khangnai. Mammals ki example khara hairabada human being ekoi mioiba, cow, sun, sheep, yaw aduga atoppa mayam ama laikhre masi sing asi ekoina mammals haina khangnai. Atoppa mammals kharaga hairabada bat, shakpi aduga isingda laiba animals whales, dolphins, seals makoi sing asi su mammal ngaktani. Exception khara hairabada duck-billed platypus aduga spiny anteater makoising asi macha oina pokte marum oina ko aba matungda macha olakadoribani adubu makoi sing masida piriba example sing asi makoi si mammal haiba adugumba makalgi animal asida chinghalli masida uriba picture sing asi mammals ngaktani aduga makoi gi macha singni. There is a cow and there is a calf, a lioness and its cub, a horse and its foal, a sheep and its lamb. These are all the mammals. Let's see the next topic. Mammals have the following features. They have a highly developed brain. Their bodies are covered with hair or fur to keep them warm. They maintain constant body temperature despite changing climatic conditions. That's why they are called warm-blooded animals. Mammals have 4 limbs. They may have 2 legs and 2 arms or 4 legs or a pair of flippers and fins. Mammals look after their young ones properly. They feed them with their milk. They clean them, keep them warm and protect them from enemies and climatic changes. Mammals sing asigi makoigi brain asi highly developed haibadi yamna mapung mari pharaba adugumba afaba makalgi brain ngakta oi. Makoigi body asi lumna warm oina thamnabagi damakta hair natraga fur asiguma makalgi body covering asi oi. Mammals sing asina makoigi body si temperature constant oina thami makoina nungaigadaba hingbada nungaigadaba temperature amagi makada adugi temperature duda adum oinaba mawongda makoina thami karigumba climate duda ahong bala agasu yamna sagala agasu yamna ingthara agasu madugi changes su makoina body de effect tawdana bagi damakta makoina nungaigadaba temperature amada maintain tawraga lay aduna mammals sing asi warm-blooded animals haina khangnai. Mammals si 4 limbs pali makoigi 4 limbs haibadi makoigi makut ki sarukka makong gi sarukka madu limbs ni aduna generally makoi si ayamba makong ani pali aduga makut ani pali natragana makong mari makpali makong mari oirasu yai se example oina hairabada aiko human being da kut ani pali aduga kong ani pali aduga sangumba huigumba sagolgumba sina makong mari pali aduna makoi sing asi limbs kawi natragana makoi si flippers natraga fins nga gumba makoi sing sida paliba makoi gi limbs sing asini aduga mammals sing asina makoi gi young one sing asi macha sing asi phajana ngakpi senbi makoi na sangom pitai aduga makoi phajana lumna thambi sengdokpi aduga atopa yekna basing natragana climatic changes ayingasa onarakpa asina chingbasing asidagi makoi gi parents sing asina makoi ngakpi senbi mammal sing asina. Let's see what is flipper. A white flat limb which is adapted for swimming in whale, seal and other aquatic mammals. Masida uribasi masigi masajini flippers na hairibasi flippers haibasi ising da laiba whale seal adugumba makalgi aquatic mammals sing da palini masina makoi iroibada mateng yamna oi. Let's see the next topic. Animals that lay eggs. The egg-laying animals include birds, amphibians, aquatic animals, insects and reptiles. These animals lay eggs and keep them in a warm place or sit on them to keep them warm. The eggs hatch after maturing and the babies come out of them. Marum oina kokpa jibasing si khara hairabada uchek birdsing amphibians haibadi ising da sulai bangamba kangpal da sulai bangamba adugumba jibasing sini amphibians haibadi aquatic animals ising da laiba jibasing insects and reptiles masigumba makalgi animals sing asi marum moina koi ayambana makoina marum si ko'oba matungda warm oigadaba lumbu lumbu sagadaba lungadaba mafam sing asida makoina marum ko'e aduga marum sigi mathakta makoina phamjinduna marum asibu warm oina lumna thami aduga matam kharagi matungda marum asi makoi egg asi macha olakpa yobagi matam si yoraba matungda marum asi kairaaga macha oina koglai. Here are some animals that lay eggs: bird, fish, turtle, bee, frog. Masi sing asi marum kokpa jiba sing. Let's see the next topic: structure of an egg. The outermost part of an egg is the egg shell. It protects the young one developing inside. The middle part consists of the yolk. It is yellow in color and rich in fat, vitamins and minerals. The yolk provides nutrition to the developing embryo. Embryo, an organism at any time before hatching or birth. Inside the yolk lies an embryo which later develops into a chick. A white jelly-like substance called the albumen is present outside the yolk. It is rich in protein and protects the yolk and the embryo. Egg ki structure si yengsi. Egg ki mapani thang ba saruk asigi maming egg cell lana kawi. Egg cell sina manung da yauriba young one developing young one adubu ngak cell protect tawi. Egg cell sigi hek manung da albumin kauba jelly like structure amayawi masigi sina albumin gi manung da manung ithang ba egg ki manung ithang ba da lairiba yolk kauba yellow portion asibu ngak cell protect tawi. Yolk sigi manung da embryo haibadi organism amani bird oidringai pok tringai gi mamang da oiba adugumba organism sibu embryo kawi aduna ikoi gi masigi matang sidadi masidagi egg sidagi living organism young one ama hatch anoba yen oibi or fish oibi bees oibi olakadori bani aduna yolk sigi manung da yauriba embryo aduga yolk sibu albumin haiba jelly like structure white substance asina protect tawi ngakselli. Yolk si fat, vitamin, minerals yamna marang kaina yawi. Albumin asina protein marang kaina yawi. So let's see again. This is the structure of an egg. The outermost cell is the egg cell. Inside the egg cell, there is a jelly-like substance called albumin. Albumin protects the yolk and the embryo, which later on hatches into chick. Let's see the next. Birds. We already know that a bird lays eggs in a nest and sits on them to keep them warm. After some time, the eggs hatch and the baby bird comes out. But within the egg, the embryo goes through different stages of development before it is ready to hatch out. Uchek sing na marum makoigi marum asi makoigi uchek makon nesta marum si koi aduga marum sing asibu makoina warm moina sana adum thammi marum sigi mathakta makoina phamjinduna marum sing asibu warm moina thamhalli. Marum si na macha ondringai gi marak sida development stages mayam mama laihra madu sing adu kari no muk yengsi. Here is the different stages of development before it is ready to hatch out. Let's see. Adult bird ama laira adult bird sina egg marum koe marum sina marum sigi manungda kaidore ahamada the egg starts developing manungi egg si manungda semgat payaba embryo juna olak payaba stages sum chawkhale then the embryo develops fully manungda yauriba embryo si mapung marai phare chawre and then the chick hatches out of the egg manungda leiriba chick si uchek macha si yerum maku asi kairaga thokle adugi matungda after some time the chick will become again adult bird amuk ma oirani asumna continuation cycle amada adum satkani so this is the different stages of development of egg. The next topic is amphibians. Amphibians like frogs lay their eggs in large clusters called spawns in water. An egg develops into a fish-like tadpole or larva. A tadpole has a tail like a fish and it breathes through gills. It keeps growing and changing into a mature frog. In the process, it develops legs and small teeth, loses its gills and develops lungs. For breeding, finally it becomes an adult frog. The process of change of a tadpole into an adult is called metamorphosis. Amphibian singna amphibian haibadi ising da sulaiba ngamba aduga kangfal da sulaiba ngamba adugumba jiba masigi example sida aikoina frog amalawasi hangoi masigi frog asina makoigi marum asi large clusters marum si asuki matik yamna kokre aduna marum chabun sibu aikoina spawns ana khangnai masigi marum sidagi tadpole ola ani tadpole si mamai pali tadpole gi atopa maming larva haina su khangnai tadpole si nga mali aduga makoina sor honba si makoigi gills haiba breeding organ adu sijinai tadpole sina sum chawkhalaba matungda hangoi si olakadoribani aduna tadpole dagi hangoi olakpagi process asida makoina makut asi panba haura ani aduga maya panba haura ani aduga makoigi breeding organ gills asi kengrani yauraroi aduga breeding organ gills tugi mahutta lungs haiba atopa breeding organ asi amuk semgalai lungs si semgat paloiraba matungdadi madugi tadpole adu adult frog oire asumna adult frog na amuk marum ko ani asumain tawdana cyclic ama oina matang sum challe tadpole dagi adult frog on bagi process asibu science ki term gi matungina metamorphosis haina khangne amphibian an animal which is capable of living both on land and in water kangfal dasu aduga ising dasu leiba ngamba adugumba sa dubu koina amphibian haina khangne next let's see aquatic animals. Aquatic animals like fish lay about thousands of eggs at a time, but only a few hundred survive, while most of them are eaten up by other big fish. The eggs grow into baby fish. A baby fish is called fry. Nga gumba aquatic animals sing. Aquatic animals haibadi ising da laiba jiba sing sibu aquatic animals kawi. Aquatic animals sing asina nga gumba aquatic animals sing asina makoina marum kokpasi amuktang da thousands ki changda lising ki changda in terms of list thousands long ki changda marum koi asuki matik yamgre adubu thousands from da kokpataraga su hingbasidi kharak hingi in terms of 100 lomda hingi 100 it may be 100 200 300 sumaina khak hingi aduga atai sing adudi achau achau ba nga sing asina chathoki ek sina marum masina matam kharagi matungda nga macha ola ani masigi nga macha baby fish asibu aikoina fry hina kawi. Next, insects. Insects like housefly and butterfly also lay eggs. They have 4 stages of development, while insects like cockroach have only 3 stages of development. The larva of a cockroach is known as nymph. Housefly gumba, haying gumba, aduga butterfly, kura gumba insect sing asishu makoi na marum ko I makoi si gi development si stages of development si mari sui 4 sui. They have 4 stages of development. Adubu cockroach gumba insect khara di stages of development si ahum khaktamak lay. Cockroach ki larva si nymph haina khangne. Masida yeng si masigi picture si adult cockroach ni. Adult cockroach asina marum ko egg tagi nymph ola ani cockroach pik tangai ba apik pa larva aduni nymph tagi amuk cockroach amu ola ani. So in the cockroach development stages of development of cockroach, they have only 3 stages of development. Let's see next. An egg of a butterfly or housefly develops into a worm-like larva. A larva is called a caterpillar in case of a butterfly and a maggot in case of a housefly. The caterpillar feeds on leaves and grows. After some time, it spins a cocoon around itself. In this stage, it is called pupa. Later, when the pupa opens, an adult butterfly comes out of it. The maggot feeds on garbage and then crawls to a cool place. There, it transforms into a pupa. The adult housefly comes out of the pupa. Housefly gi stages of development si mari sui. Adult housefly amana eggs marum ko ani marum sigi matam kharagi matungda marum dagi maggot ola ani aduga maggot hariba matang si butterfly gi matang dadi caterpillar haina khanagani. Masigi maggot asibuni koina masigi matang sibuni koina larva na hairi basi maggot asi garbage charaga makoina hingani garbage haibadi phattabasing charaga upun wapun adugumba sing charaga makoina hingdoini aduga makoi si aingma mafamda laigali aduga maggot tagi amuk pupa si ola ani pupa si makoi gi masa si yomjan gidoini pupa ongraba matungda matam kharagi matungda amuk adult housefly si amu ola kadoribani. Masigi housefly gi stages of development si asumna butterfly gi matang da su chap manai. Butterfly na eggs marum ko ani marum dagi makoi gi caterpillar ola ani. Caterpillar na mana charaga makoina saukhalai adugi matungda makoina yomjan raga pupa on grani pupa dagi adult butterfly amu ola kadoribani. Next, let's see reptiles. Reptiles like lizards, snakes, turtles and crocodiles lay their eggs in holes in the ground. These eggs have a hard shell and do not break easily. Some mothers go away after laying their eggs and never come back to take care of their young ones. Therefore, many of these eggs are eaten up by other animals. The remaining eggs may get some warmth from the sun's heat and hatch. Reptiles, example kara hairabada lizard, snake, turtle, crocodile, makoi sing asi laimai gi ground surface te leiba hole makhun sing asida makoi marum koi makoi gi marum asi yamna kalli hard shell oi aduna maram moraga pa kaigande. Reptile singi makoi gi mama sing asina marum sing adu ꯍꯣꯜꯗ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯜꯗ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤ ꯀꯣꯛꯑꯝꯃꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯇꯦ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯁꯥꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯦꯅꯤꯃꯦꯜꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯞꯇꯥꯏꯜꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯆꯥꯊꯣꯛꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯔꯨꯝ ꯈꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯦꯝꯍꯧꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯉꯥꯜꯅ ꯍꯤꯠꯅ ꯋꯥꯔꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯁꯥꯍꯜꯂꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ lumbu sare aduga magi condition si heads young one olakpa yabagi matang si yauraba matam aduda makoi macha mu poglai yerum dudagi egg dudagi. Reptiles, egg laying animals having lungs and an outer covering of horny scales or plates. Tortoise, turtle, snake, lizard and crocodile are examples of reptiles. Reptiles haibasi makoina marum kokani aduga makoi si lungs pali makoi outer covering asi scales pali masida uriba picture si snake ni snake si makoi ki outer covering asi body covering asi scales ni scales pali. Reptiles ki example khara hairabada tortoise, turtle, snake, lizard, crocodile masi singasi reptiles ki example singan. Let's recall with bingo. Number 1 says animals produce their young ones in order to continue their race. The process by which living things produce their offspring is called reproduction. Animals singna sa singna makoi gi jat asibu makoi gi race asibu continue tawraga pitribi sida adum chathanabagidamakta makoina makoi gi masa sing pui madugi process adubu offspring pokpagi process adubu reproduction haina khangne. There are two types of animals, one that give birth to their young ones and the other that lay eggs from which offspring hatch out. Animals se koina makal ani thonga thokdok payai ahambada young ones oina macha pokpa aduga ani shubadana marum ko oba matungda marum dagi amuk makoi gi offspring macha si olakpa. Number 3, the animals that give birth to their young ones are called mammals. Bird oina pokpa macha oina pokpa adugumba makal gi animals si boy koina mammals haina khangne. Next, an egg is made of the egg cell, yolk and albumin. Inside the yolk lies the embryo. Egg si kari na sai egg cell ne egg cell nam egg ki mapani thang maduni egg aduga mayai da laibaduna yolk ni yellow portion ni aduga yolk sibu kanana mo protect tawi albumin haiba white jelly like structure aduna protect tawi. Yolk sigi manungda mo embryo haiba aduga organism haibadi pok triba organism oirakadori ni masidigi embryo sidagi baby oilakadori bani poglakadori bani. Next, let's read number 5. The process of change of a tadpole or larva into an adult is called metamorphosis. Tadpole natraga larva dagi adult olakpa haibadi hangoi oiragadi frog oiragadi tadpole dagi adult frog olakpa adugumba process adubu metamorphosis haina khangne. Here it comes the end of the chapter number 3, reproduction in animals. Thank you all for today.